It's a fun little trick shot that you can use in an actual game. Now, it doesn't come up that often, but when it does, it can really get you out of a jam. As you can see, playing 9-ball, the 1-9 has conveniently landed right by the pocket. It's a dead combination. My problem is that the cue ball has landed inside this pocket just enough to where there's no way to make contact with that 1. And to make things worse, the 2 and the 3 have landed so that I have no chance of kicking at the ball to get to that combination. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot the cue ball into this point on the opposite side of the corner pocket and hitting the point just right where the cue ball goes across and makes that 1-9 combination. Keep in mind, you want to hit this shot softly. Now, like I said, it doesn't come up very often, but boy, is it sweet when it works. That one needs a lot of practice, so good luck. This is one of my all-time favorite trick shots. It's called the railroad shot, and it was one of the first trick shots that I learned when I first came over here from Sweden to play professional pool in the United States. And it was taught to me by Minnesota Fats when I met him in New York at the World Open, and I like dedicating this shot to him whenever I shoot it. So that one's for you, Fats. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make all 3 balls. We're actually going to make 2 versions of this shot. This first one is my version. I'm going to shoot and make all 3 balls. The 4, the 11, and the 9. The ball to keep your eyes on here is the cue ball. Watch that white cue ball. Come on. Like that. Come on, baby. I love this shot. Choo-choo. Now, I promised the second version of the railroad shot. The first one was my version. This one is a little bit different, but it's got a similar setup in the fact that the cues are going to be aimed here towards the side pocket. You're going to have a space. The 3rd cue will be over here. Now, 9-ball, front of the side pocket, cue ball just off the rail, about a ball's width. The 13 ball is aimed into the side pocket. 4 ball is aimed into the opposite side pocket. And to help me shoot this one, we're going to have Tyler come and shoot this. Come on, Tyler. This is a great shot that you can have your kids shoot. Good luck, Tyler. Oh, you hit it perfect. Come on, baby. How sweet it is. That is so good, Ty. That is so good. Nice shot. And there are a lot of great shots like that. Look back for some more shots that you can do with the whole family. 4-in-1 shot, or as I like to call it, the Mosconi shot, because Willie Mosconi, the legendary pool player, was the one that shot this the first time I saw it. It's a really neat shot. I'm going to make 4 balls in 1, and the setup is pretty amazing that it actually works. I'm going to take the first ball and favor this side of the side pocket. I'm going to place it right here, right on the edge. The second ball, the 2 ball, straight out in a straight line. And to help me do that, it actually really helps to have something straight. In this case, I'm going to take the rack, place it right there, make sure it's straight across. And then after the 1, the 2, I put the 3 and the 4. Now what you want to make sure of is that these balls are frozen, that they're actually touching each other. The 1 touches the 2, the 3, the 4. If you don't do that, the shot is not going to work. So what's going to happen here is I'm placing the cue ball pretty much right in line with this 4, about 1.5 feet back, and I'm going to shoot this cue ball into 1/3 of the 3. So what you want to do is aim right for hitting 1/3 of this 3 ball, and very important, you need to hit this with right spin. And I'm going to explain to you why. By hitting this, the 1 ball is obviously going to go straight into the side pocket. The 2 ball actually comes off the 1 and it goes straight into that corner pocket. The 4 shoots straight across into the side. The 3 ball is the tricky one to make, because by hitting the 3 ball this direction, it glances off this 4 ball into the rail, and it'll just keep going straight up and down this way. The only way you're going to make it is to hit it down in that rail and have some spin, left spin, to bring it over here. And because the way billiards works, the physics of it is it really works like the gear effect. I put right spin on the cue ball, that puts left spin on this 3. So when that 3 ball hits that rail, it shoots across left over into this pocket. So a little bit of low right. I'm going to hit a third of the 3 ball and watch what happens. Just like Willie did it. I want to show you a couple of fun hustler shots, some old shots that have been around for a really long time. You can have some fun with your friends at home, or if you go to a pool room and you want to show off a little bit. There's just nothing to these shots but knowledge, so I'm going to try to give you that. The first one, what I'm going to try to do is make this combination, the 10-3 into the corner pocket. Now it looks easy enough. All you're doing is shooting the cue ball into the 10. Both balls are frozen together. They're touching each other and they're touching the rail. All I am to do is shoot this cue ball into the 10, and look what happens to the 3. It'll miss every single time. You can have your friends try it as many times as they want to. They're going to miss the shot. What you know, on the other hand, is that what it needs to have is a little bit of spit right between the 2 balls. You just wet it a little bit, put a little wet spot right there, line these 2 up. And now that you have wet the contact point, watch what happens. Same exact setup, same speed, same shot, only this time when you shoot it, the 3 ball goes straight into the pocket. Now the second hustler shot I'm going to do, this one I call the faster than the eye. And I'm going to just make 1 ball. This one's a little trickier. You may have to practice it a little bit. Shoot the 8 ball into the corner pocket. Only the 1 ball is going to be blocking about half the pass. Half the 1 ball is going to be right in the way of me making that 8. So what I have to do here is put a little trick on this one. So you really have to pay attention. Like I said, this one's called faster than the eye. Here we go, 8 ball, corner pocket. And it's just like that, perfect. Now, the problem with that shot is you don't want to use that in an actual tournament, because as you see here, I'm going to shoot it in slow motion for you. You'll see what actually happens. I'm shooting right through, making the 10 ball in the corner pocket. Now what you have to do with that is hold way back on the cue stick. Instead of holding it here where you normally do, hold it way back, have a short bridge. That way you're starting back here and you can actually follow through all the way through, keep your eye on the ball you're trying to make, and you should be able to pull it off. But like I said, don't try that in an actual match. I don't think your opponent would like it. Here's a trick shot that's become a bit of a signature shot of mine. I'm going to make 2 balls in 1 shot. I'm going to make the 1 and the 2. And the way you set these up is you place the 1 ball on the spot, the 2 ball just above the spot, favoring this side of the corner pocket. Now once these balls have been placed, what I'm going to do is I'm going to place the cue ball on this side of the table. We're going to put 4 blockers up, because this is a jump shot. This is the Evel Knievel shot. The cue ball can't travel through the 4 balls. So we're going to put up the blockers, and this is the Evel Knievel part here, the flaming triangle, if you will. And I'm going to see if I can shoot the cue ball with a jump shot, getting it airborne over the 4 balls, through the triangle, and make the 2 and the 1. Now there's a shot that you can shoot yourself. You need a lot of practice with the jump shot. Make sure that when you shoot a jump shot that you elevate the back of the cue, hitting down on the cue ball. If you scoop it from underneath, it's actually a foul, because you're actually lifting it up with the ferrule, the white part of your cue stick. Not only is it a foul, but you're also going to put a hole in the cloth. Practice that. Remember, nice firm stroke, hit from above, and you can do it too. This is a great little trick shot that you can do. I call this the coin wrapper shot. And all you need are these 2 coin wrappers. Now the first one, this is a regular size. The second one, I've cut about 1.5 inches off. So you see the difference in size. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make 3 balls. The first thing is to place a 1 ball right by the side pocket right there. The second ball, we're going to put the 2 ball on top of the larger of the 2 coin wrappers, right straight across from the side pockets in the middle of the table. And the third ball, the 3 ball, I'm going to place behind it, really close. You don't want them necessarily touching, but about 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch away from the 2 ball, right there, all in a straight line. Now the next part, place the cue ball in straight line with those two balls. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot the cue ball under the 2 and 3. I'm going to chalk up first. Making the one ball, just going to aim to make the one ball in the side pocket. Let the cue ball drift off a little bit to the right. The 2 ball is going to follow the 1 ball in, and this 3 ball is going to come back here and go in the side pocket. Here we go. Just like that. Now make sure nobody is standing on the other side of the table the first couple of times you try it, in case you got the distance wrong on those coin wrappers.